Okay, so we've got the hummus recipe today. So we've got about 480 grams of chickpeas. They're already cooked, so they could be out of a tin, or you could have cooked them and grabbed them out of the freezer like I did. For all the recipe amounts and quantities, by the way, do please click on the PDF link below this video so you can check out everything. But what we're going to add to those chickpeas, that's the most important thing. The first thing that we're going to do is crush some garlic in. So this is fresh garlic. It's about 2 cloves, but you know, depending how big your cloves are, it might determine how garlicky the hummus turns out. Which is quite nice. It's always nice to have slight variations each time you make something. So one good thing about adding garlic at the beginning is that once you've crushed it, the compound allicin, which is the beneficial compound in garlic, has an opportunity to form. So it takes about 2 to 5 minutes perhaps for that compound to perform. When you press garlic and you chuck it straight into a hot pan and you cook straight away, it pretty much kills it. Well, the next thing I'm going to add is some cumin powder. Cumin goes in, and again with all of these ingredients, feel free to try a few different options out. You know, maybe one day add a little bit more cumin and another day perhaps a little bit less. A little bit of salt goes in. Okay, so now we come to the more liquid part of the recipe. So I'm going to add in about 25 to 30 grams of American mustard. So always check your American mustard on the back of the packet to see what the ingredients are. Some of them can be full of rubbish. This one is really good. It's even got paprika and turmeric and extra garlic in there, as well as mustard seed, water and a bit of vinegar. So that's a really good one. Now today I'm going to add in a tiny little bit of Dijon style mustard. So this is completely optional, and depending on whether you like your hummus to have a touch of spice or not, you can add more or less in. I've got kids, so we don't really want it spicy. Only add a little bit of Dijon mustard. And now we're going to add a little bit of soy sauce. I'm going to squeeze a whole lemon into that. You could even add a little bit of the zest. You can zest a bit of lemon in there if you want it to be a bit lemony. And last but not least, 50 to 60 grams of plant-based milk. Now, if you want your hummus to be a bit thicker or a bit less thick, then obviously you can then vary the amount of milk that you put in. That's everything in there now. So the next step is to give it a little bit of a blend with a hand blender. So I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so here we go with the hand blender. And you need to give a gentle force, pushing down. And every now and then you might need to clean the blend off just a little bit. Sometimes some bits gather underneath and you might want to scrape them in just to make sure it's really well mixed. But apart from that, do this once or twice and that's your hummus made. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and do hit the subscribe button for notification of future videos.